I need 3 minutes. Be back in a second.
Alright. With the green ones, see, they have 3 holes in them. They were the green ones. But in the microphone section of the little handset, if you unscrew that, that's why a lot disappeared, by the way. It wasn't me before, by the way, but I did have quite a large collection of Star of David. Just sat me on death warrant then, haven't I? But when you unscrew the microphone one, it was red in colour. Not all of them, but the very early ones were. And when you looked at the holes on it, it was a star. It was a star shape. And that's where it got its name from, the Star of David. Another, as you said before, another piece of useless information, Pete. Go ahead.
You know, GPO microphones many years ago, I'm sure they were carbon microphones. Am I correct, Mo? Go ahead.
I've never stripped one right down, but they did have a small metal plate across them, like the old Alexander Graham Bell.
I'm sure they were carbon microphones. Yeah. They were. The ones when I was a kid were, anyway. Because we used to unscrew the buggers. And fetch them back into the shack. I'm being evil now, aren't I? Tell you what I was up to when I was a kid, Mo. Go ahead.
I'm just in the little boys' room. Won't be a minute.
I'm not staying too long. Go on.
Yeah, Mike 6 Papa Quebec Victor, Mike 6 Tango Charlie Bravo. I got my license in October of 2010, and believe it or not, I took the test 1 week after having quite a big operation, so I wasn't a well person, but I passed it. I think I got 2 questions wrong. I'm into HF. I do like HF. I broke my 767. I dropped it accidentally, about a foot, and now it's deaf. Can't hear anything. Transmit's perfect, just can't hear anything. So I bought myself an Icon, what is it called? IC756 Pro 3. She's got a wacky big screen on it with a graph, and you can see where people are chatting and blast the BFO up to them and have a chat. I get straight into Italy, no problem. South America, Russia, and my aerial I made myself using 1.5 tri-rated cable, some lunges top and bottom, and all the other bits which I made in the middle. In fact, I think the whole thing only cost me about 75 pence, and that 75p I built a dipole that transmits 1 heck of a distance, and it's on 14 megahertz. It's 1.1. That is incredible. 1.1 without any tuning. So it's not about going Barry, is it?
Anyway, we just sat down then. I wasn't particularly going to buy them. And this fella come on then with his box and he said, right, I've got a load of looks like inserts for microphones. So I put my hand up then. He said, yes. I said, can you hopefully have a good... I said, what colours are there in it? He looked at me, he'd never gone mad. And he said, right, is that important? I said, well, yeah, because I said, I was looking at them before, but I said, I didn't want to take them all out. Oh, all right. So he took them out on the table. There were 3 green, 7 reds. So he said, he told me like 7 reds, whatever. I said, okay. So he said, can I start the auction? I said, yes, please, sir. So he said, right, I'm opening the bid at 50 pence. It's true, this, you know. I'm not joking. I'm opening the bid, he said, at 50 pence. Anybody going to bid 50p? One fella bid 50p. Well, this lad then looked at me. He went, what do you think then, sir? Well, I said, I'll go a pound. So this fella went, well, I'll go 3. Well, I said to him then, he looked at me and I said, right, well, I'll go 7. He said, well, that was a cheap one. I said, yeah, but it doesn't matter. I said, I'll go 7 quid. He said, if you want them, you can have them. Tell you what, he didn't bid on them. And I got them for 7 quid. Worth a bloody fortune, the Star of David, mate. Star of David inserts. I used them. I sold a lot of them to people that own TS700s because it makes the transceiver a lot more toppy, gives it more drive for it. But obviously the downfall is it makes it toppy. A lot of people don't like toppy audio, especially on FM, but on SSB, it's supersonic. They were like having a speech processor in mine, people. They were that good, those inserts. And I made a bit of money out of them, I'm telling you. That was one of the best buys of all. And then shortly after that, then they brought a J310.
You forgot to give him your address and you're waiting for him. Oh gosh, I'm on morphine and ketamine, and even I don't make mistakes like that. Oh, that's a cracker. Oh my god. Yeah, I've had the summer camp version of that 101, and Mike, he's got the 101 in absolute pristine condition, and the summer camp I had was perfect, but I just got too nervous about plate and loading, and I sold it back to the guy who sold it me. I just couldn't cope with the plate and load. I kept thinking, have I done it? Did I knock it? So plate and load every time I touch it. It just got me nervous, so I actually got this 767, which is automatic ATU. And then once that broke, I got this one, the Icon. But I'm scared of damaging this one, it costs too much. I can't believe that. What do you reckon, Mike? He forgot to give me the address. I don't think even Kieran would do that one. Over to you, Mike.
Well, they all make mistakes. Okay. Well, I'm not,
Some on the Coda 85.
yeah. I've got a G5 out tonight, so unfortunately it won't stay up there. 25 was not very good. Let's tank it down. So yeah, I've had it. Yeah, can't see that one. And it's not that one, not the back one. Front one. Bedroom is the front. Yeah. It's only like a couple of weeks on inside the wash tank.
UGQ-0CT. I think you know where I'm coming from at the moment.
Well, I don't actually sometimes, because you commented then about the Kodar. I can't remember the Kodar, mate. But the Kodar was out when I was a shortwave listener. You don't realise when I was listening in the late 50s. Really come into it early 60s. But I remember the Kodar, yeah. Probably the ugly thing, that was a big knob in front of it.
Do you know what? If I could get hold of them, one of them, less than 100 quid. I'd have it tomorrow, Mo.
Well, there's plenty of stuff like that on eBay. I've seen Kodars on eBay.
10:30 p.m.
It's off, but it's like with that KW. I certainly would not give 150 quid for a KW 2000. No way. Even if it was in mint condition, I would not. There's something that goes wrong on them. It's somewhere within either an oscillator. The rigs are right off. You can't get the part, and you can't modify the part. There's no way you can do anything with it, so it becomes scrap. And that's why when they come on the market, a lot of people will buy them, you see, because they think, well, I'll buy parts for mine that's knackered. But the trouble is then that they can't install the one that's in that rig into their rig, you see, or vice versa. It's quite comical, really. Now, the last KW I bought, I paid 60 quid for it, mate. And that was with the power supply and with an ATU. That was the last one. Not the ATU, the power meter. And that was with, that was all I paid, 60 quid. And it was okay, but I can't get much out of it, you know. I think I only got maximum, I got 60 watts out of it. That's all I ever got out of it. It was just tired, you know, their old caps were leaking and it was a good rig at the time, but I was still on the short wave rescue, so I couldn't transmit on it. I had a straight line here, you know. It was stuff like that. Complete straight line on by Angus Mackenzie. With all the Sherwood filters I had, I paid 750 quid off that. I went down on vacation and bought that down at right on the south coast of England. That was the pride and joy, that. And then when I come home, I was only home. I think I was only had using it for about a week. I never transmitted on it because I was G1 AMO, you see. I hadn't passed the more test then. And then I went back to the States, you see, then, and I passed the more test about 3 vacations later, 1990. Anyhow, cheers for now, and you take care. Thanks for that. G0CTR to W0 UGG.
Okay, Mo. I wish you a very good night. Anyway, I am falling asleep here at the wheel. So we'll catch you tomorrow. I think I know what you're saying about KW2000 now. I think you talked a bit of sense into me. Cheers for now, Mo. G0CTR.
Yeah, well, just Google that. It was a common fault with the KW, or ask somebody else. Don't take my word for it. Oh, the other thing, I sent you a link in an email, what you were asking me the other night. And it took me a while to find it, but I found it, and it's the official released true story of what happened to the Maria Celeste. So I've actually emailed it to you, so when you open up the page, just left click with your mouse on the blue line, and it will take you to the video. It's a long video, so get yourself a cup of coffee or a glass of wine in the afternoon and sit down, and you'll be really enthralled, because eventually it was, when it was reused after it was found, it was scuttled under an insurance fraud, but they found out about it, and all the owners were prosecuted. But it's very, very good, Pete. Cheers for now.
Oh, I've got to have a look at that. Many thanks for that, Mo. I'll have a look at it. It won't be tomorrow, though. I think tomorrow's going to be a bit of a funny day for me. See how we get on. Cheers for now, Mo. G0CCR. Wish you a very good night. Thanks for coming on. And your cracking signal tonight. GW0UGQG0CTR.
Yeah, cheers, Pete. Yeah, as I said, just when you feel like it, just get yourself a glass of wine or a cup of coffee and just sit back and watch it. And you'll be revealed with the truth of what has been proven, as well as scepticism that was put out as well about the captain. Cheers for now. You take care. G0CTR, GW0UGQ. Ta-da.
Okay, good night, Mo G0CTR.
So I always pass the wedding through that way.
Charlie Hotel.
I've never
Use 103.5 Hz CTCSS for access. See QRZ.com for details.
just once back. You don't see as much as Glasgow as you do Edinburgh, Robert. I'm living in the city of Sheffield. We do still make steel, but not And we're probably, it's probably more white collar work now than heavy industry.
QCQ, call Mike 3 United, Charlie Hotel.
Zero. Live up to this one. Tea without sugar over, Robert.
Okay there, Trevor, and good to hear you there. Mike 0 Tango Whiskey Sierra. Okay. Fine all that there. Yep, yeah, it's likewise up here, as you probably know. We used to have the Ravenscraig over in Motherwell there. Massive big steel complex, which is now basically houses. Massive lot of houses there. Yes, yep, that's how it goes there. The only steel that I can think of now getting produced is actually there's still a small steel mill in Cambuslang, just in the southern part of Glasgow. I think it's a rolling mill they have there. I don't think they're actually using steel. I think it's more like a rolling mill, and probably making roads and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's all gone. As I say, it used to be a massive big plant at Ravenscraig. It used to be, as you came up the M74 from England, from the borders, just as you come over the top to head there into the kind of Clyde Valley. First thing you see was the big cooling towers at Ravenscraig here, with Ravenscraig written beside it. Well, that's gone, as I say. Much the same probably as Sheffield. Yeah, I knew one of the guys, I think he ended up in charge of the steelworks down in South Wales, and it's all gone. I think he fought hard to keep it going down there, but I think like all, he was on a kind of a losing wicket there, definitely. So it's one of the good things. Yeah, everything's moving out to China. Outside of things, I'm in the kind of small kind of domestic appliances, and all the other stuff is out in China now. The kind of design and organisation is done.
Or he thinks it's mine, but I'm not sure where it's come from.
GB7HM, which is Hope Mountain, that's the one I'm connected to. Now, we're on DMR, and yes, you have a set number, like, hang on, turn the wrong one then. I'll just turn my radio off a minute. Now I power it back on, and it gives my call sign with my number. So I've got my number, which is mine alone, which I'm allowed to, I get in contact with them, and they send me a number. That number then is mine for life. So once I key up, I can't like key you out or key Mike out, because it comes up with my call sign. I can't hide. That's the best thing about it. You cannot access the frequency unless you're logged in with your number. Once you get your number, on display comes either your number or your call sign. And with that, it means you can't mess about. If you key me and Mike out, we know it's you. You can't hide. That is the greatest thing about DMR. You know, and Mike, he's brilliant at programming these. He sorted mine out, programmed it. I've got the leads, I've got the software on my computer. He just sent across the program, and all I did was upload it to the radio, and off it went. You know, all I had to do was put on my information, which is my call sign and my set number. And let me see how many numbers there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 numbers, I think. And they give it to you. Now, that is yours for your number for life. It's like your call sign. So once you've got that, you can operate on DMR. I've got to sort out this squelch. It's doing my head in on this. That's the only thing. I wish I had a button I could just turn the squelch down on, but it's set at a certain thing. But contacts, you know, you go onto menu and you've got contacts. Enter. Contacts. It's got everyone. It's even got all the different places that I can contact. Europe and America and all that. But I've got scan. The zones are for each different place, like the one down here at Lowton or Hope Mountain. At the minute, JI is not working, but Hope Mountain I'm getting, which I don't understand. You know, if you listen, hang on. Yeah, I've just got in. No problem. Now that's in Wales on a handheld. And if you're anywhere in the world listening, you can actually chat back to me. And many times we've had QSOs with people around the world, Australia, America, Canada. And so, yeah, if you get that number, but Mike, M0XOC, is your main man. If you've got a DMR radio, he can program that so you can get into everything. As long as you've got that number and he can tell you how to get it, you will be transmitting around the world. Okay, I got an M6 station, M6, and could you tell me the rest? November, Papa November. Okay, I'll let you take it, Mike, because it's your frequency.
Yeah, good evening to the M6. Was it November, Papa November? Have I heard it wrong yet? 086. Roger, right. Yeah, good evening. I thought it said November. Sorry, I'm not too sure what M and 6. So, similar to wrong. Yeah. Sweet. Give your own note, M6 GTV. We've got Murray, Skelmersdale, M6, very well. Quebec, Victor. Well, my display is just Barry, can you hear Brian M6?
Yeah, Mike 6, Mike Papa November, Mike 6 Tango Charlie Bravo, taking care of business. Yeah, you're coming through brilliant into West Orton. I'm near Daisy Hill Railway Station in West Orton, which is 5 miles south of Bolton. Back to you. Yeah, QSL. I've just got myself this radio, Yaesu FT7900, and a brand new Colinia, because mine was getting a bit old. It's been up there for 8 years, so it was time for a new one. So I've retired the old one and put a new one up. So I get a crisper signal, you know, and get out better. And my aerial is so high at the minute that if I was stood on it at the base, I'd be able to see down into Wales, Frobisham, you know, that area, and over to Liverpool, clear to Wigan. So I've got a good spot where I am at West Orton. It's like on a slight hillside before it reaches the A6. So yeah, I've got a good spot where I can transmit there, Brian, and I'm glad of that, because it means it's easier transmitting on HF as well. You know, I've got a good rip south, east and west. Back to you, and I'll let you take it round to Mike from PT in West Orton. Stuart, that's not ringing a bell with me. I don't think I've chatted to a Stuart around near where I live. Mike, have you heard a Stuart?
I have, yes. Yeah, it's a cracking signal when it comes in. I'm trying to think whereabouts here. I think he has got a device round. The one that I think is always Enstone. And it's sort of towards Rochdale, right that way. That's the only one I know anyway. Sorry to refer to, but I can't
UA. Called in briefly with his, I know the last 3 letters of your call signs are IUA. It's, I'm under attack, he always used to say. I can't remember whether it was G1 or G6, I can't remember. But I know it's IUA, just I'd help out. G0KLD, just passing through.
Yeah, no problem. I'm happy to point to what you have. C0XOC, but it does a good one. Oh, well, I really don't mind. Where you want to go. Yeah, no pressure, whatever. It's fine, I'll make whichever. I know
Thanks anyway. Yeah, I just had the radio on scan and it stays for a few seconds on whenever it stops with activity. And I just heard Stuart being mentioned then, and I thought, I couldn't remember his prefix, but I know his suffix is IUA. And yeah, he spent quite a bit of time in Carroll, and he used to say himself quite a lot. But anyway, as I say, I'm just going to whiz off anyway. Thanks for asking us to stop in. And name's Charlie, QTH is Hyde. So yeah, you're not a bad signal yourself there, Mike. So I'll throw it back to you, and I'll carry on doing what I'm doing on the computer. I just had it scanning in the background while I was busy over.
Yeah, no problem, Charlie. Before you do that, Charlie, just a big favour. When M6 on the road to M6, M6, well, one of them, Peter, very good friend of mine, over in West Storm, just turned me one test up, and just bought himself a new radio the other day. He'd appreciate so, just bear with me a minute, please, with Charlie.
Yeah, I think it's Golf 1 Kilo Lima Delta from Mike 6 Tango Charlie Bravo, Pete in West Storm. If I've got your call sound wrong, please tell us.
Yeah, you're not, but you're not far out. Yeah, it's G0 Kilo Lima Delta. So yeah, you got it. Yeah, cracking signal, Peter. Give me a stop here, no problem at all. I've got a reasonable bit of height here, and I tend to crack out over that direction and receive quite well. And yeah, you're making the trip. It goes now, it's like yourself, so no problem at all, Peter. It's doing well. What antenna are you using, over?
Yeah, it's a Core Linear, a Diamond, I think it's called, something or other. It's 2 and 70. I got it from Modern Radio up in Falmouth there, and I got the 7900 off Little Bay, and I've just connected them both up today because my other Core Linear, it was 8 years old, and it was coming to the end of its life, rattling and bits, you know, about to come apart. So I went. Got myself a new aerial, and mine's very high up as well. It's on extended poles and it is quite high, so I do get a really good run. So but you're the first person I've chatted to in Hyde, so that's good for me. It's good to know I can get over that way. From Mike 6 Tango Charlie Bravo, thank you for the report there.
Yeah, G0 KLD with the final. Yeah, no problem, but yeah, you're doing the trip alright. Yeah, there's that many there Diamond. I'm using a Diamond X570 myself, and I was on a V2000 previous to that, and I thought it might do a little bit better. And because I can't compare the two, one's down and one's up, I can't really tell if it's any better. So it might have been a pointless exercise, Peter. But yeah, it's doing well, mate. And as I said, I didn't want to stop in and break your chat up. Seems to be having a good old chat there. So I'll leave you with it. Maybe catch you when I've got some more time, and we'll have an answer to you guys another night. But I've just got something to do, and then I've got to get an early night start early in the morning. So I'll say 7 threes, and thanks for bringing us in, Mike, by the way. And anyone else who's on frequency, same stuff. Catch you later. G0 KLD.
Right.
Yes, that's the radio. I'll tell you what, I'll send you back to Barry. I do operate. If you want to bring Nathan with Charlie there before he runs off. All right. Well, leave you with it, Charlie. I don't think whether Brian
that station there, I couldn't quite hear you. You was in the noise. No, you then stopping yourself over.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, the main thing is with the band scope, you know, each band's on a button on my radio. So I just press a button, 80 metres. Look at the band scope, are there any signals there? No. You know, wait 60 seconds, it's dead on 80 today. Press the next button, 40 metres. There's loads of peaks and things moving up and down. I know that I'm going to go and make some contacts then on 40. You know, and you're not tuning through the whole of 80 just to discover something you can see on the screen that's already dead. But it's a luxury sort of item, you know what I mean? Most of the radios have got it now, even the relatively cheap ones like the, let's say relatively cheap, but cheap compared to some of the top end models like the 1200 have got, you know, a band scope. Some of them are not live, you know, some of them will scan and just give you what's happened in the last 60 seconds. No, it is a good thing, and some of the older radios have got things where they've got adapters to put an image on an old computer screen, pan adapters and such things, and it's been around for a long time, it's been around for a long while, the scope thing's not a new thing really. It's just become more based around technology, like the 7300 has a band scope where, you know, you'll see a signal on the screen, you touch the screen on the radio and it'll take you to it. You know, it's got that far advanced. M6 TPS.
Yeah, M6 TPS, M6 NUZ returning for anyone listening with a pause, for anyone want to come in. I've not heard Tony on or Ian. No problem. Yeah, to fully understand what you mean with the band scope, yeah, of course I do. Of course I do, and it's a good thing, yeah. Like it says, some of the old radios have them. I'm not sure what sort of radio it is that he's giving me, Lee. He did tell me what it was called, but it's gone right over my head. I ain't got a clue what HF is. I don't know if you know. But I ain't got a clue what it looks like or anything, but I'm sure I will do. Obviously, you know, when I get it. And I'll work round it, yeah. I mean, I probably will get another HF set. If it's for me, I've got to see if it's for me. If it's not for me, I'll just give Lee the radio back. I won't sell it or anything. I'll just give it back me, you know. But I can't see it not being for me. You know what I mean? Because I've been on 270 for, well, going along with PMR 12 months now, haven't I? 270 in PMR going on 12 months. March and a pass, so I've been on PMR, haven't I, for 12 months now. So I've only done like 2 meters really. We don't really do 77s, do we? So I've only really been on 2 meters. I've done a bit of 2 meter sideband, done it, and that's it really. So I can't see it not being for me really, to be honest with you. And it's like I love the RF side of it like you do. I'm totally with you 100% on that with the contacts and everything. That's brilliant. That. I'm just not into digital one bit. I don't mind a repeater. That Echo Link, I'm not even bothered about that Echo Link. I've deleted it off my phone. I don't even know how I went on that. That's just it's not for me. I suppose it's handy, like you said, Jamie. Like when you're in Scotland and all that, I'd just re-download it for that. But you know what I mean? It's not for me, pal. Back to you.
Yeah, with the pause. Yeah, I've not used that Echo. Well, I have to lie. I've used Echo Link once since I was up in Scotland last January. So there you go. That's how I think of it. But yeah, I couldn't agree with you more about the digital. But to me, HF is radio, Jay. You know, that's what I was brought up with. You know, with a bit of wire that my granddad knocked together, running into my garden, and heard a guy in Japan on it. You know, that was the start of the hobby for me. Reaching out to people in other countries, not nattering on 2 meters to people not too far away. Even though I do enjoy it, you know, we're all good mates on here. But HF is radio to me. It's so many bands and so many different countries and different modes on there. You know, there's different things you can do, and it's pretty much 24 hours, even though the bands are not in good shape at the moment, it will come back. And it's a 24-hour thing. But you're getting my first HF set 20 odd years ago. It's a Kenwood 140 Sugar, Kenwood 140S. You know, they're pretty basic and they're quite old, but it's not a bad first HF set. And with it being Kenwood, should give you relatively good audio. They're getting really old, aren't they? Probably 30-year-old. It's 20 years since I had one. But it'll do a job for you and it'll get you into it. Like 6 TPS.
Yeah, okay, Jamie, with a pause. Kenwood 140F, I've just wrote it down, I'll have a look. I mean, it doesn't matter to me what it is, what it looks like. I mean, I need to try it first, don't I? And if I do really, really like it, then eventually I will get some more equipment. And I'll advance my HF set, obviously. And I'll probably give it lead back then. You know what I mean? I'll just give it back. You never know, I might like the radio, I might just stick on that. You know what I mean? I might just like the radio, I might just like how it performs and stuff, I don't know. End of the day, it's nice of Lee to actually do that for me. Really, really appreciate that. I'm always there to help him as well, you know. Same with you, Jamie. You know, if you ever need help. I was going to come up today, actually. I said to Ian, do you want a lift? I've got a book here for you on quiz, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire one. And it's got quite a few questions in it. It's got a question with like 4 answers, you know, like Millionaire has. And it's not too bad actually. But you might be able to use it. I'm sure you will. But it's yours. I just need to get it to you. You know what I mean? But apart from that, yeah. Thanks for the radio. I'll have a look on what it looks like, what it does, and that. Back to you, Jamie. M6 TPS and my 6NUZ in the group.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, cheers for that, Jay. I wasn't ignoring you today, by the way, on Messenger. We've just been busy. You know, we were messing around for a good couple of hours. And Ian nipped something to eat and nipped to the bookies, so yeah, cheers for that. That book will come in handy. Definitely be able to use it. But yeah, it's a Kenwood 140 Sierra, 140 Sugar, call it. It's not an F, it's an S. When you come to it, but you probably will like it. It'll get you into it, but you will want to advance. And if you get into HF, you'll want to advance from that radio eventually. You know, and when you do, you might want to keep that 140 as it was your first HF set. That was my first HF set, a 140. And then I think I got a Mark 2G after that. I might have just been a Mark 1 706. I think I went from that to that, I'm sure I did. When I tried an 897, I've tried nearly all of them, you know, but some of the older HF sets now, you know, they don't quite hit the frequency as well as the newer stuff. That's the only problem with them, you know, they have a tendency to wander a little bit and just not quite sound as good as the new stuff. But you can get ones that are absolutely still perfect.
You've got the frequency RX and TX correct.
You can't expect it to perform with the new stuff. M6 TPS in the group.
Yeah, no problem, Jamie, with a break. News of the world returning back. Yeah, that's it, you see. I mean, that Earth station you're on's quite old, isn't it? Oh, it's not really old, but that performs good, doesn't it? Nice one, Terry. Nice one, mate. Cheers, what's that? Miles. Sorry, hard. Drink a mile for you. Sorry, Jamie, just the lodger gives a can here. Yeah, no problem, mate. Cheers, Terry. Nice one, mate. I was going to say, yeah, just having a can of mild here. Yeah, I was going to come yours for that book. I was going to drive up and I thought, well, you're busy with him, so I thought I'll leave you to it. And I said, do you want a lift? He went to go and doing a job. I offered him a lift, Ian, but obviously he needed his van, didn't he, to get gear in, I don't know. And he said he'd go in 5 minutes. So So end of the day, no problem whatsoever. I'll come again. I'll just come and drop you the book and have a brew. Tomorrow I'm going to Bury Market. I've got a mate of mine, Tony, a friend from Ridge Hill. He's going to put some fuel in my car. I'm going to Bury Market tomorrow. He said you can get 100 quid of meat for 20 quid or 40 quid, I don't know, something like that. All joints of meat and everything and all that. So I've got to get him in the morning at 9 o'clock. And I think it's going to be a bit frosty. I've noticed it's dropped out there and all cars are freezing up anyway. Back to you, Jamie.
Yeah, it's gone really cold, Jay. Yeah, no problem. I've not been there. I've not been Bury Market, but I believe it's good. I believe it's good. I do. There's a really good place for frozen meat in Stockport, just outside the town centre. It's all in like see-through bags. You know, it's cheap, but it's really, really good stuff. And it's right next door to where I was telling Ray to go last night, the Adidas factory. The Adidas Reebok factory, where you got all your Adidas gear cheap, you know. So it's worth a trip out even down there into Stockport for a mooch round, as they say. But yeah, no problem. Yeah, we just got to finish it tomorrow. We just got to finish it. And he wouldn't have got his ladders in, would he? He brought one set of ladders, but he's going to need two. He'll need two sets tomorrow, so he wouldn't have got his ladders in. Yeah, just had a bit of a TV night with Heather. We always do on a Thursday, so that's why I didn't come on till a bit later.
Yeah, Roger, I've got some ladders if you ever need borrowing here anyway. I don't know if he needs another set tomorrow. I've got a set of ladders. Stuff. What I was going to say, yeah, brilliant. Well, this is it. Yeah, he's obviously, yeah, he needed to put stuff in his van and all that. Yeah, no problem. It's one of them, innit? Yeah. Just plod on, don't you? I've got this book here for you, and it's, I don't know how old it is or anything, but it's yours, mate, and I hope it comes in handy for the quiz anyway. And if there's any help you need, just give us a shout, you know, putting any wires up or out like that, or you need a driller out like that. I've got a few tools here, bits and bobs you can borrow, mate. Yeah, it's all about helping each other, innit, pal? Back to you.
Of course it is, yeah. Same goes, as you know, any problems or you need a lift of anything, just give us a shout. I suppose it'd be interesting now for you, Jay. You know, how bothered you are about CB, I don't know, but there's the options there. I know that radio's opened up for it. Obviously you need another antenna, but if you put you on CB, obviously we've got the quiz tomorrow night and the final Friday after. We'll have a bit of a break because it's Christmas. It's 2 more weeks of it, so your book will come in handy for when we restart after Christmas. No problem whatsoever, much appreciated. M6 TPS.
Yeah, M6 TPS, M6 end user returning, yeah. I've got, yeah, like I say, I've got that, and I've got a Trivial Pursuit here as well, with thousands of questions, and I don't know if you've got one already, if it's any good for you. Depends on the age, doesn't it? I don't know which one it is, that one. Which one is it? Deluxe edition it is. Hundreds of cards in that. I don't know if you can use them as well for your quiz. And there's piles and piles of questions in that. It really is. It's the full game, the full set, you know what I mean? And I've got a book here, back to you.
Yeah, any questions around it? You know, you find yourself sort of going through, I've got about 5 books. I've bought a couple from charity shop, a couple I've bought brand new for the quiz. And you're going through and I'm looking at the same questions sometimes, so a fresh batch of questions will definitely come in handy, so, you know, if they're available, I'll definitely take them off your hands, it's not a problem, that's great. And, you know, I'll come up and help you set up your wire when you do your HF, you know, in return. See what we can do. Mike 6 TPS, I believe, a pause.
Yeah, no problem, Jamie. Yeah, it's a proper set. It's got big pieces of cheese in it, like with all. I'll send you a picture of it. It's a proper deluxe. It's a deluxe version. Trivial Pursuit is a good one. It does say 15 plus on it, age. So that's not bad, is it? It's, you know, the question wise. It's not a kid's one, is it?
Well, 15 plus, that means Alien Lee won't be able to go in it.
But I mean, some of them I've not been able to answer on some of the questions. You know what I mean? Not half of them I can't answer. I've had a go of it, and it's. I was going to get kids going in it and involved in it, but we don't really use it, to be honest with you. I know it's gone to a better home to you. You know what I mean? But I don't know if the questions are any good for you. You'd have to come up with that, because all it does, it gives you the question and the answer. It doesn't give you alternatives, if you know what I mean, like the Millionaire one does. It just gives you a question and an answer. On each card there's 4 questions, on the other side there's 4 answers.
Yeah. Well, that's how our quiz is anyways. You know you've been in it, haven't you? You know, it's not multiple choice, but what I can do is, and what I do with ours is I just go through it and I'll look at the ones that I think are probably going to be too hard, and I'll leave them out. You know, try and look at ones that I think people will get. So it'll be really good, that it'll come in handy. Definitely will do, Jay.
Yeah, picking it up. Yeah, give us a minute. I'm just going to dig it out and take a photo of it, because I'm not sure. I mean, how many questions are in it. Give us a minute.
Yeah, no problem. M6 TPS QRS. Anybody want to join on 145.225?
Right, Jamie. Yeah, it's got 600 question and answer cards. Right? And in each 600 question and answer cards, and in each card there's 6 questions. So 6 times 600 then, innit?
Yeah, so 3,600 questions.
Yeah, the deluxe edition contains 100 cards in each classic categories. So it's got 6 categories: geography, entertainment, history, art and literature, science and nature, sport and leisure. And yeah, it'll have that many questions in it. Yeah, I'll take a picture and send it you.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Much appreciated. Right. Like 6 TPS. You know what, Jay? I've not heard Tony for a few nights. I know you just said it yourself, but not even been in the group. I wonder if he's okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've just thought that. It's not like him, is it? I'll just take a picture of this and send it you.
Yeah, go ahead. Any stations wanting to join? Come on, don't be shy, listeners. You're more than welcome. Just natter about anything. Like 6 TPS.
In his house, with his hand held aside him on the table, and I've just had a QSO with him, and he's in London. That's not bad going for these DMRs. I love them. I think they're a cracking little radio. I'm going through Hope Mountain because JR's just not on. It's not working. So I put it on Hope Mountain and straight through to London.
Well, yeah, I tend to use Hope Mountain a lot because yeah, they're good radio. A lot of people good radio. And also, it's more expensive. I can't see the problem.
you know, I've not used it for a while, and I just thought I'd put out a call just to see if anyone could hear me and give me a radio check just to make sure everything was okay. And the first guy come back was in Warrington, and then straight after him was a guy in London, and he gave me a radio report, and I said, what area are you using? He said, oh, I'm like, yeah, I'm using TYT, and I'm sat on the settee. And I'm like, holy moly. You know, cracking little piece of kit. You know, I'm chatting to the central London, so if anybody I knew, like Kieran, if he was in London, I could chat to him, no problem, myself. And I don't know what, obviously, repeater they're using through down there, but, oh, it was as if he was next door, mate. Oh, yeah, that's sure, yeah. If you go to Channel 6, his programme the same as mine. That'll be Talk Group 1. That's worldwide. Now, I don't know if you're aware, but when you're on 490 with optic units, as opposed to DMR, it works slightly different. Oh, well, the radio says DMR. Which I don't understand. He's still got DMR on. RX 439, whatever frequency. But GB7HM, augmented. And yeah, I'm on channel 6 now. And that's worldwide, is it? Yeah. I can't see anybody listening. Some point, well, I remember many years ago when I had the 757 for the first time, and I shouted "CQ," and this male come back, and he couldn't speak English. And next minute, this girl came on, and she was translating for him. And it ended up, he was a full radio operator, but he couldn't speak English. But he wanted to have a chat with me. So his girlfriend was doing the translations backwards and forwards. And I asked her if she had a license, and said, no, I'm just doing the translating. And I thought, I'm going to get done here, but it was worth it. The lad was in Argentina, and we had a nice QSO. But the only way we could communicate was through his girlfriend, because he couldn't speak English, and she could. She'd been, she just passed an English course, and she was fluent English. So she could speak, well, she came from Argentina, so she was chatting to him, and then translating it into English to me, and then backwards and forwards. And it was a great contact, that mate. It's one of them that very, very rare you ever get something like that. You know, but the guy was so eager to have a chat with me. He had to use his girlfriend to translate.
to drop my lad off at football at Disley. I gave you a shout on the board to see if you could hear me. You'd just been speaking to Ian on the Ondeld over.
Right, yeah, could you hear me?
No, you put it on the message that you was talking to him, but I'd seen that message after you'd done it. So I went on to 225 because I'd been on 350 talking to them, and you didn't shout again then over.
Yeah, I just spoke to Ian on his way home. I think that's the supplier of mine. But we can come back on. Yeah, I've been struggling myself, Tony, not as bad as yourself, but this back pain coming and going. It must be the cold doing it. I'm linking it to my bowling, you know, physical activity of the bowling for so many years, and now the cold's getting in it as well.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it's like I've just what I've done was having a bit. I was feeling a bit rough, and I went to bed and I did a catheter while I was in bed, and I put it in, and you're supposed to, fill your bags wherever it is. I know when it's finished and take it out. Well, I fell asleep with it in and took it out like 3 hours later, and it dries up. So when you're pulling it out, you traumatise it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it just bleeds inside because you've ripped something. And like this is the second day with it being, blood red, well, reddy brown. And you've just got to drink loads of fluids until it comes over. So and I've got some antibiotics, so I'll be alright all that.
Yeah, it's just got a bit of an infection and by the sound of it. The old antibiotics drip will do the job, like TPS in the group Friday, yeah. I'm sure you'll be fine. No problem. I'll bring Jay in. Jay can say hello to you. There's nobody else on at the minute. I'm not staying too late. I'm finishing this wire off tomorrow, but back to you, Jay. Appreciate the quiz gear. That'll definitely be a big boost to the questions. And the sale, you can have this mic anyway. I quite like it. It's quite a stylish little Kevlar mic. It's only tiny. It's got a bit of style to it. Back to you, Jay, and you can say hello to Tony, M6 TPS.
Yeah, no problem, Jamie. Like I said, it's got 3,600 questions in that and 1,000 in the other one. You'll have 4,600 questions to go through. So, nearly 5,000 questions to your quiz, that, so it'll help you. No, you're alright, pal. Don't worry about it. We're all there to help each other. That's what life's all about, don't struggle. And good evening, Tony. Sorry to hear you're not well. It's not good. What did you say were wrong with you? A rash or something, pal? Back to you.
No, I've had a bit. I think I felt a bit rough and a bit of an infection going on. I get UTIs, urinary tract infections quite often because I self-catheterise, and I think it's
to Scotland of Karen Ryan and come back on the boat again. So that's the way we travelled over and back there. We're over a couple of times over in New York. I was over once there about 2, 3. Doesn't get very many people to speak to each other there, so we
get the medication for it. It's getting cold outside and all, innit? Oof. God, I tell you, only went to the shop.